size difference, but also it's a little bit different design in the wheel itself. At the side of the vehicle, your blind zone alert is actually going to show up here in the mirror. For those of you who haven't experienced that before, so as you're going down the road and a vehicle gets into your blind spot, it will come on and off as you're driving. So you'll get it in the initial run here in the city driving piece, and then you get out on the other 2-lane roads, it's not going to be coming on probably much at all. Let's move around towards the back of the vehicle. So one of the things we do, I mean, there's a lot of kind of subtle design cues, and one of them I want to make sure I point out is you'll see the GMC in the tail lamp itself. Something we kind of do that just kind of really dresses up the vehicle and just gives it a little nice touch. The tail lamps and satin chrome finishes here at the back are also a differentiator with Train Denali. You'll notice how the clear glass of the tail lamp here blends very nicely with that satin chrome. Satin chrome lower skid. They get unique exhaust. The 4-cylinder gets a single exhaust. The 6 cylinders all get dual exhaust. And as I mentioned earlier, this vehicle also is equipped with power lift gate.
Dual exhaust, right?
Dual exhaust. Dual exhaust, so you get the square or the rectangular pipe on both sides for the cutouts. So it's a power lift gate, and what you'll see is inside the vehicle when you get in there, there's a little dial by the sunroof. It says max, 3/4, and off. Max is going to be full open where this is at now. Off is obviously off, which we do for people that trailer, might want to put a bike rack back here or anything with a trailer hitch. But 3/4 is how you program it. So I actually have the dial set at 3/4 now, and all I have to do is pull this down. So if I live in an area with a garage that's a little shorter, and I only want it to open this far, I pull it down to where I want it, hold this button for 3 seconds. There's a slight little beep and the lights flashed. So now when I close it, and reopen it, that's as high as it's going to go. Now it will stay at that setting unless you change it in the 3/4 mode. If you want it to open all the way, you just turn the dial to max, hit the button, and you're good to go. At the rear of the vehicle, good cargo space for this size vehicle. It's a split bench seat in the rear. And the one thing you're going to find if you ride in the back of this vehicle, it is best in class rear seat legroom. And this second row seat actually moves up to about 8 inches. So if you take a look at the back there, a lot of additional cargo space when you slide it forward.
Slide it back again, please.
That's good.
It's forward. They need to see it.
That's good.
Okay? So, and what's cool about it is these seats actually have a slight recline in them also, and you can also fold them down. And that whole multi-flex, we call it a multi-flex seat as far as the sliding rear seat. We tend to think about it in terms of passenger space, leg room, cargo space, and a flexible interior. And I gotta tell you, one of the really cool things, I had someone ask me last night from a mom perspective, what makes this vehicle, great family vehicle or dad vehicle. Very equal opportunity here. But when we did some early research on this vehicle, we talked to customers about the seat moving and how important it was and that thing. I had a mom whose eyes kind of lit up and basically said, well, wait a second. So I can take that seat, slide it forward, and in that forward position, the front of the back seat is just about up against the center console. But she's like, I can slide the seat forward and have my child in the safety seat in the middle there and actually be able to pass them something. And they just thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
So